our second lecture. Some of you it's the first one. Okay, let's begin. Today we will, I think, do the same as we did with my previous group. We are going to set up Android Studio. We will set up some tools, and we will try at least draw your first application, because I'll show you tools of Android Studio, how they build designs. So let's begin. So this is a slide from my previous first lecture. It's for someone who were absent last time. It's the tools that we use. Today we will work with user interface mostly. I'll show you how we build it, how we start new project, how we add new files, and how we gather it. On our previous lecture we also found some little mistake which appears on most laptops. I don't know why, because it wasn't on my laptop. And if it appears in your laptops, we will fix it today, so you could, when you get back at home, start clearly your new project and at least try to build some designs. Someone who are more familiar with Java language, they will be able even to code something. Well, at least if you get some problems with that, you can just find me on Facebook. I'll give you a little tutorial how you add the simplest function.
Okay.
So I think for people who don't know how to program at all, I need to tell how Java language is actually working. You know that Java is a virtual machine on your computer. That your operating system works, upper a virtual machine works, and upper all applications are working. Like when you code your program in C++, you compile it directly to exe file in Windows, and it works directly with operating system. It's really fast, it's really small, it's plus. But if you take exe file to Linux or Macintosh OS, it will never work, because other operating systems don't know Windows executable files. When we talk about Java, we know that they work only with virtual machine and operating system. So we install a virtual machine in any operating system, and if you write this program in Windows, you can simply take it to Java program to Linux and Mac OS X, and they will run in the same way. It's theoretical. In practice, we see that some glitches still appear. Maybe buttons will disappear. Maybe some labels don't have normal letters, but only Latinic. So, and this is how we work. We have operating system Android, which is actually was built on Linux. It has its own version of Java virtual machine, and we build our APK files. And today we will try to at least make a simple project. We will try to build a design for our first application. I will show you how we add some buttons, how we add some labels. Android Studio uses XML file, extendable markup language. It's a way you can write all design by hands, but you can also just put some visual elements on visual table. It has its own visual design. So, setting our environment. This is the type of installation that we're all supposed to do. I added some points since previous lecture because I decided to change standard emulator for Genymotion. I was working with this emulator when I was a student, and I can say it's really good replacement. Because it works with VirtualBox. I also brought a VirtualBox installation packages with me. We will install them on your machines if you don't have them, and we will set up Genymotion. It runs 5 times faster than original emulator. So I think most of you made some installations like JDK and Android Studio, right? So I believe today we will have to install VirtualBox and Genymotion. And the fact that we have internet is really good, because it needs internet to download some modules online. That's one minus. When you install native SDK, it also has in package with Android Studio, and this time we have to download something online. So this is comparison of original emulator and Genymotion. Yes, its original is native and free, and Genymotion has free licensing only for non-commercial use. If you want to sell your applications and you test it with Genymotion, you have to buy a license. It's really slow, although but Genymotion is much faster. So for us, for educational purpose, we will use it for free. You can just download it from official website. You must log in. It costs nothing. You just make an account. You say that it's free for use, non-commercial, and you download it. Okay, now we're going to create a project. I believe some of you have not only installed but set up Android Studio. So you can set them up, open them. It's installed or it's not?
No.
Okay. Okay, you can start with installation. I see mostly have Windows, right? Maybe someone have Mac OS. Because I know a few of my students have Mac OS. Okay. So, see here we're just installing.